being said, this meeting will now come to order. Before we begin, I would like to invite the Auburn University President, Dr. Chris Roberts, to the stage to kind of give a little bit of opening remarks.
War Eagle.
War Eagle.
Well, I have to tell you, I'm honored to be here today to address you. It's been an exciting day. I met with the cabinet earlier and the Black Student Union before that. And earlier today, I met with a couple of academic departments. This has been a really exciting day, much less the last couple of weeks as we've been kicking off the new semester. For those of you who don't know me, I'm Chris Roberts, and I've been around here for a while. I came here in the fall of '94. Yes, the fall of '94, long before any of you were born. And I've been a professor here ever since. I started at the chemical engineering department and worked as a professor for 9 years before becoming a department chair. And after that, became dean of engineering, and I did each of those jobs for 10 years. And so now to be asked to take this role as president of the university, I just can't tell you how much it means to me. I thank you all very much for this opportunity to serve with you. And I look forward to working with you. I was explaining to one of the groups earlier today that leadership can take a lot of different forms. Being able to step up in this way, serve your university by helping to shape the experiences that we provide to our students while we're here on campus today, but maybe more importantly, to make sure we have a strong foundation so we continue to serve this university for generations to come after you. A lot of the decisions that you all work on and make don't only affect you and your colleagues, but will affect generations to come. And I just really appreciate your willingness to take that on because this is something that you don't have to do, but it's exhibiting great leadership, and I, for one, appreciate it very much. I love Auburn. Auburn's an amazing university, and we have tremendous potential for greatness. I look forward to working with you as we continue to strive for that level of excellence. People that know me well know that I really try to make my decisions around three things. Are we providing exceptional student experiences that transform people's lives so that they have success while they're here on campus, but also success through the rest of their lives? Are we conducting our work, our research, our outreach, and our extension in the spirit of improving people's lives, driving our economy, and advancing our society? And thirdly, are we doing this in a way where we exhibit as a faculty, staff, student body, and an alumni base that exemplifies excellence and innovation every day? And with that, I believe that one of the most important things that we can do is to create a culture on this campus where everyone is welcome, valued, respected, and engaged. And if everybody on campus feels that way, they'll do amazing things. One thing I learned as Dean of Engineering for the last 10 years is that people don't do what they don't want to do. And they do amazing things when they're motivated. And so I look forward to working with you all to work on some things we're motivated towards and providing opportunities for other students to be motivated by having an exceptional campus and an exceptional student experience. This is a dream for me. I've devoted my entire academic career to this institution. I walked up and down Magnolia Street probably as much as anybody around here. And so it's just really a treat to work with you. I also know how important SGA is and how important this particular body is in that you have 3 branches within SGA. But the university has multiple forms of governance, shared governance. And SGA is a very significant part of that. Jake sits on my cabinet. We have our regular leadership team meetings in Sanford Hall, and he's doing an excellent job of representing the student body. And I want you to know that his voice is very important to me, and therefore your voice is very important to me. And I look forward to working with you all. I hope you'll invite me back periodically to experience some of what you're working on. But I don't want to take any more of your time. I know there's a lot going on tonight, including call-outs at 9, so I know some people are going to want to do that as well. But just let me say that on behalf of Sanford Hall and the administration, we're proud of you. We really are proud of you. We're proud of our student body, and we're particularly proud of our student leaders. And thank you for taking on this important task. War Eagle.
War Eagle.
Are you sure?
Alright, hey y'all, my name is Adelaide Santos. I am a member of the women's gymnastics team here and currently serve as the student athlete advisory committee president, also known as SAC. Now I'll let Jackie introduce herself.
Hey y'all, I'm Jackie Bear. I am currently a senior here at Auburn. I play volleyball here as well, and I'm serving as vice president of SAC.
You can tell I'm a gym, she's a football player. Thank you all so much for having us tonight. I just wanted to briefly describe what SAC is and what we do and give you a little update on what's going on in the athletic world. So SAC is not just an Auburn thing, it's a university-wide thing, conference-wide thing, and a national-wide organization, and we work to provide a voice for the student athletes, to provide a platform, to give insight on the regulations and rules that will affect the collegiate athletic experience. However, it is different here at Auburn. Every organization or university does it, sets it up a little bit differently, so I'm just going to briefly explain how we do it. So we have 2 reps from each team. It can be more. We have an executive team full of the SAC advisor, president, vice president, secretary, and we also have an NIL liaison. Jackie will explain a little bit more about that. And we also have 4 committees. And so I'm going to briefly describe those. So we want to have marketing, which serves as pretty self-explanatory, social media, we create graphics, work on communication, and then also we started an initiative called Athletes Support Athletes, which I was really excited about. We started that last year to try to just get more athletes involved in different games or competitions that wasn't their own. And then we also have community engagement, which is where I started SAC. I've been on SAC since I was a freshman, die-hard SAC pro. But I love community service, that's where my heart is. And then we have 2 staple projects. We have a drive for the campus food pantry, and we also have some sort of Christmas drive, whether that's with the Salvation Army or just a local organization. And then Jackie's going to explain the other 2.
Okay, I've also been on SAC since my freshman year, and as Addie said, I'm very passionate for community service as well. But our other 2 subcommittees are equity and inclusion, which with equity and inclusion is just trying to promote equality and inclusion throughout the athletes themselves. Sometimes it gets ignored, and we just want to be able to support our athletes and just be there for one another. Our second one, which we just added, is a wellness committee, mainly supporting mental health. I don't know if y'all know this, but mental health's been a real big force this past year with athletics. So we're hoping with bringing this committee in, it will possibly just help to have another voice for the student athletes to come to, and it's maybe not to their coaches anymore, it's to other student athletes. We also had an NIL subcommittee last year that got replaced with the wellness committee. The reason why it got replaced was because NIL was kind of taken off this past year, so we felt like it was necessary to have a new subcommittee and let NIL just have a liaison. So there's still some type of help with NIL, but it's mostly, you have the NIL deal you're taking off.
And what NIL is, it's basically name, image, and likeness. So it was a legislation that came out last year for collegiate athletes so that they can make money off their quote-unquote brand or the name, image, and likeness. So that has, so people like Sue, my teammate, she was able to take those sponsorships and take those deals now and still be a part of college athletes. So it's great, best of both worlds. So basically that's it. One of our main goals this year is to increase involvement of student athletes. I'm
to honor his memory. He loved my service dog. And so I got him from a program called Canines for Warriors. They provide service dogs to veterans who are dealing with PTSD, MST, TBIs, and any other related injuries. And basically what we want to do is we want to raise money to sponsor a dog by our organization and name that dog after him so that his memory can live on, to turn a painful negative into something positive that will benefit another veteran that is in need. So if any of you guys are willing to help out, we've already started our page for that, and it's with Canines for Warriors. We have a link and we have a QR code. If you guys are interested in helping out with fundraising for that, please let me know. Our goal is to reach, I believe it costs $25K to sponsor a dog, but it covers their training, it covers their food, covers housing, all that stuff, not just for the dog, but for the veteran as well. All the veteran has to do is get there. And as someone who's personally benefited from this program, I can't tell you how amazing it has been to have him by my side over the past 2.5 years. So if you guys are interested in helping us reach that goal by we're trying to reach it to the end of the academic year, so like May-ish time frame. So if anything you guys are willing to do to help out, please reach out to me, let me know, and I can give you all the information. They are sending us like a package to help promote it and all that stuff on social media across platforms. If you guys have any questions, just shoot me an email. My Auburn email is L as in Lima, D as in Delta, S as in Sierra, 0024@auburn.edu. You can also come see me in the back, and I have some business cards if you guys want more information. And that's all I got for y'all.
We'll be sure to send you that information. I'll make sure to send it out to all of them. Thank you so much. Would anybody else like to utilize open forum at this time?
Johnston at large. It's so good to see all y'all's faces again. Y'all had a great summer. And I'd like to say tonight that I was talking to John David the other day, and we were talking about Senate and things that we liked and what we didn't like, and one of them was just the community that we have here. We both felt like it wasn't being fully utilized, and how I feel like we can all grow closer to one another and in friendship, and don't be afraid to reach out to me or any other senator, and it'd be cool to see more people stay after and before, come early and talk and just really come together. And so I have a quotation from C.S. Lewis that I want to share with y'all. It says, "Friendship is the greatest of worldly goods. Certainly to me, it is the chief happiness of life. If I had to give a piece of advice to a young man or woman about a place to live, I think I should say, sacrifice almost everything to live where you can be near your friends." So right now we're living in Auburn, in college, and we're living near our friends in Senate, and I would encourage y'all to come closer together. Thank you.
Thank you, Warren. Is there anyone else who would like to utilize open forum at this time? Look who's back.
additionally, we have judicial applications that are out right now, and so they went live today and will close next Wednesday. So if you know anybody that kind of has an interest in law or an interest in maybe becoming a judge one day, this is a great opportunity for them to get involved in SGA. It does have to be a sophomore, so if y'all know anybody that kind of has that kind of set of interests or that set of talents, please encourage them to apply. You'll be seeing a graphic pretty soon in the group meets, so please spread that out so that we can get a really good applicant pool, and it does close next Wednesday, so I want to do that. Additionally, I just wanted to let y'all know we had 2 Board of Trustees meetings this summer. One of them was a normal Board of Trustees meeting, and in that we extended the Greenway. And so it's a walking path over by the intramural fields, and so it'll be great for the students. Everybody will really enjoy it. It'll just be another opportunity for students to be out in nature and get some exercise. And the other Board of Trustees meeting was a specially called meeting, and it was to approve all of the renovations that are going to be going on at the baseball stadium at Flamson Park. I don't know if y'all have seen any of the press on that, but it's very exciting. One of the projects, there are 3 different projects with it. One of them is the Green Monster, and so very excited to get some seating out there, and hoping that students can have some great interactions out there. That's really all I've got.
Thank you, Jake. And next we have our report from our treasurer.
Hey guys, so my only update that's really important that I should be an update on iGrad. I know it's Love's favorite thing, but I have a graph here that I'm really proud of. And I know there are a couple of Camp Royal counselors in here. Y'all raise your hand. I just wanted to say thank y'all. Yeah. Thank y'all for this, because a lot of y'all pushed this during Camp Royal, and we got some incredible numbers throughout the summer. There's over 6,000 registrations for iGrad now. And so that's really exciting, so thank y'all. This program's been a success so far. We're seeing a pretty great turnout of students, not only doing the required courses we gave them, but also going and doing more courses. So we found it's just as long as we get student eyes on this project, it's something they want, it's something they use. And so what we're going to be doing throughout the next semester and going into semesters after that is just going to be continuing the promotion of it and continuing to work to get people to sign up for it and get into these courses. Because we found that once you get these courses, they're averaging about 15, 20 minutes of learning within them, but they're getting some pretty serious percentage gains of knowledge. And I've got a more in-depth breakdown of that if anyone's interested in that. I just can't rattle off the percentages because I don't want to take that much time out of Senate. Also, I can't memorize that much. So if you want to talk to me more about this, would love to talk about it. It's my passion project. Yeah, thank y'all. This is going great. That's all.
Thank you, Jake. And next we have our report from our Executive Vice President of Cabinet Administration.
Hey y'all, I'm super excited to see all of y'all here tonight. It's been a long day, and I'm excited that we are all here today. So there may have been, you've seen a few emails from me over the past week and a half of our upcoming SGA retreat on Saturday. Really excited for that, and me and Franny, who is my AVP of Cabinet Administration, we've been really working hard, walking down guest speakers and the logistics of all of that. So, I know Coleman is going to send the RSVP link. Some of you may have already filled that out, but if you have not, please fill that out, because we need to know who will be in attendance so we can get that data to the edge, because lunch will be provided. So another last thing is, it starts at 8:30, so check-in begins at that time, and you will find your seats in the Student Center ballroom, and we will be getting our first guest speaker right at 9 a.m., so please get there. I know that is early, so please maybe get something to eat beforehand, but we will have coffee, waters, and juice for you at the beginning of retreat. So with that, I also have one last thing. Freshman Forum has begun its full swing recruiting efforts. I know some of you have been in Freshman Forum recently, and really excited to get that going. So please continue sharing SGA's graphics, and that's all from me tonight. Thank y'all.
Thank you. And now our report from our Executive Vice President of Communications and Marketing.
Hey y'all, missed all y'all this summer, so glad you're back. A couple of things from us. We did get some feedback feedback in the Instagram DMs this summer. Make sure that if you have peers who are submitting feedback, they're either submitting it to y'all or to an Auburn Answer so that it's more credible and we can send it up to administration. Also, the campus safety app has a new feature called the buddy walk. Essentially, the idea is that if you don't have a buddy to walk home with, your phone is your new buddy, right? So that means that if I start a walk from here to the village, walking home after studying, and I don't have anyone to walk with me, my parents aren't awake, etc., I know that it's going to take me about 15 minutes, whatever it is, to get from here to the village. So I set that on my phone. If I don't either turn it off or make it to my location in that 15 minutes, it alerts campus safety and a preferred contact. So that's a way that we're all staying safe while we're getting home. So make sure you're telling people about that. Make sure that you're utilizing it so that we can be a safer campus. Onto graphics, make sure that if something is shared on an Instagram, that we ask that y'all share it as well. Your story, the graphics, the posts, if they're in the group meet or if they're in this week in SGA, go ahead and help us out and share those. Also, if you submitted a summer marketing request and you haven't heard from us, go ahead and follow up. That would help us out and make sure that we're getting y'all what you need. Lastly, if we make a graphic for y'all and then we have changes to it and we send them back to y'all, or if y'all have changes, try to get those to us within 48 hours of our communication to you just so that we can get to your graphics because we want y'all to have what you want, but we can't do that if it takes a little while to go back and forth. And then we made a Recre Instagram reel today. So if you haven't watched it, go watch it. It's really good content, and then share it on your story. John David did a really good job. He's super pumped about it. Make sure you at least make it to where he starts like speed walking. And then this weekend SGA is going to start back up next week. So submissions for that are at the bottom of the This Week in SGA. But if you know you have something that needs to go in it for the first week, either shoot me an email or shoot my director, Lauren Asher, an email. Either one of us can get that done for you. And then lastly, top 20 Miss Homecoming calls are tonight on Cater Line at 9 p.m. So come out and support. It'll be live streamed, like Jake said, but it would be awesome for our candidates to have some support. And then tomorrow, top 5 are going to be at 8 p.m. on Cater Line. We will be live streaming those as well, but go ahead and come out and support. Other than that, let me know if you need anything. Always here for y'all, and nothing else for me.
Thank you, Abby. And now our report from our Executive Vice President of Outreach, Jordan Flippin.
Hope everybody had a good summer. Just a few things from me. We're implementing diversity, equity, and inclusion boot camps to cabinet as well as Senate through our DEI branch. So in a few weeks, you'll probably get either myself, Haley, or Brandon Belser to kind of talk about different topics that will help us become better leaders here on campus. A little bit about Tiger Connect also, that's an executive goal of ours, is to connect with students from underrepresented high schools and underrepresented backgrounds, just to give them more information about our experiences at Auburn, financial aid at Auburn, tutoring, mentoring, all that. I'll give y'all more updates on that soon. Municipal elections tomorrow, so if you're registered to vote in Auburn, please do so. If you have any questions about that, ask me, ask Abby, ask anyone in the back. We've been working on this a bunch, so. This week, if y'all get any feedback about Payday Market, Whataburger, Recre, anything, facilities, whatever, make sure to tell them to submit Auburn Answers. And if they don't want to, do it for them. There's an anonymous way you can do it. I do it all the time. Another thing we're implementing in cabinet is one required concourse or involvement hour a month. I know we can't really require that in Senate, but I will ask that y'all will start going to either BSU meetings, which are 5 o'clock on Mondays, ISO social hours on Fridays, working with concourse, getting feedback, which I know y'all do that anyways, but just making sure that we're working to serve all the students and not just doing our jobs and kind of going home. This is kind of bigger than us, so we want to make sure that we're serving Auburn the best way that we can. That's it for me.
Thank you, Jordan. And finally, our report from our Executive Vice President of Initiatives, John David Matthews.
War Eagle guys, and yes, go watch the video for a good laugh. Not sure that it'll be anything else, but at least you'll laugh at it. And apparently I walk funny. I didn't know that, but now I'm very, very self-conscious about how I walk. Anyways, Recre. Recre's here on campus for a test run. It's a trial run. We have 3 locations. There's an academic one in Louder. There's one in the Student Center that promotes health and well-being. And then there's one in a quad residence hall to allow on-campus students to use communal cleaning supplies and a few other things. But please go and publicize this. For the test run to be successful and to work, we need students to know that they can go and rent these items for free. And that will allow us to see if we need to continue with Recre or if this is a trial run and we're not going to continue with it. So the first one is publicize it. The second one is tell them to leave feedback. On the Recre website, they can leave direct feedback for us to see, or there's a hot topic on Auburn Answers and then go submit an Auburn Answers. And we'll also be able to see that and be able to take that back to administrators to decide on whether this project is going to be moving forward or if we're going to end it after trial run. Next, Whataburger. I've heard great things about Whataburger, but this is an example of how dining and SGA partnered together. The dining team came to us, wanted us to taste test it, and help them out and see what students wanted. And the reason we have Whataburger is that they wanted to have a quick and easy option during that lunchtime hour. So in between classes, when you only have about 15 minutes in between classes, Whataburger is supposed to be there to supply that. Instead of going to Chick-fil-A, and everybody knows how long the Chick-fil-A lines are, you go to Whataburger, get a quick meal, and then you're able to get to class without being late or having to skip. Heyday Market. Heyday Market's over by the Auburn Hotel. It's fantastic. You are allowed to use your dining dollars there, Tiger dining dollars. So go check it out, tell your friends, it's really good food, and it's a first thing, it's state of the art. I don't know, I can't even speak, I love it so much. Lastly, OSP, the block seating. Please tell your organizations that you're in that do have block seating, please be there an hour before game time, and please stay till the alma mater and really help out my OSP team and save us a bunch of headaches and just be great in general. Thank y'all.
Thank you, JD. One important thing you forgot to say is the Whataburger burger, or it's just Whataburger. Abby Ronson came up with the name herself. So round of applause for that.
All right.
Okay, thank y'all so much. We will now move into our reports from our colleges, beginning with at large.
All at large, no report.
Thank you, Ryan. Next, our report from the College of Agriculture.
Maintenance and agriculture, no report.
We now have our report from the College of Business.
I'm gonna keep you trying with grabbing your microphone. Hey everyone, Brown Business, missed all of y'all. Not too much because we're still all just like catching up with life and everything as y'all are. But Thomas, Nick, and I went to see the Recre with JD, and it was incredible. Apparently, we're getting one in Louder, or we already have one in Louder. But the outlets that I talked about last semester are still not solved. My computer is still dying in every class. And so with that, they're getting power banks in the Recre. And so I told the Physical Council and asked if we could get possibly more power banks in the Louder Recre if we do that. So they said that would be a good solution. They're talking about it tonight and giving me an update. Also, one of my friends, a lot of my friends actually complained about the air temperature being really low in Louder, and it was freezing. Like you would have a sweatshirt and be so cold, and it was such an easy fix. I emailed work@auburn.edu, and I got 3 responses within an hour of like, thank you so much for this response, and like we will get on this immediately. And it was so easy. And then my other friends ended up submitting responses about being hot and haily, so many random things, but it really is that easy of a fix. And so that was really kind of them to solve it that fast. And we're still discussing, we want to try to do that meet and greet that we talked about last semester, just seeing if we could get the money for doing Chick-fil-A sandwiches. If not, we have the signs so we can just stand outside and talk to people and introduce ourselves because we want to get better feedback. But that's all from us.
Thank you, and now our report from the College of Architecture, Design, and Construction.
Smith, Catsy, hey y'all, good to see everybody. Hope y'all had a good summer. Just a couple things for y'all. Over the summer, we had 2 recent architecture grads. They became the youngest professionally licensed architects in the U.S., or some of the youngest. Yeah, pretty impressive. And then some of our researchers received $500,000 in grants from the National Park Service to restore schools built for African American children in the early 20th century. This is just a way to preserve part of our state's civil rights history, so we're proud to be a part of that. That's all I got. Thanks.
Thank you, and now our report from our College of Science and Athletics.
Night, Kosan. Hey guys, hopefully y'all had a good summer. I'm excited to be back here, but we had 2 major updates for our college that I want to just fill you all in. So we have a new hire of Anna Traylor, and she is our new pre-health advisor. So we had Miss Childers for the past 25 years here at Auburn that has boasted some very, very good numbers for post-bachelor in science, aspirations for students, so whether that be dental school, med school, you name it, she's helped our students get into some of the top colleges in the United States. And so she is actually leaving. I'm pretty sure she's retiring. And so Miss Anna Traylor has come in and taken that position. So that's a pretty big deal for COSEM in general. Second, we had our summer STEM bridge program for incoming students, and that went well as usual. And this year was pretty successful. I say this most normal year that they've had. And so numbers as well as the students coming in felt very comfortable from high school to college transitions. So other than that, that's pretty much it. Yeah, thank you.
Thank you. And now our report from the College of Education.
Okay, Williams Education. Hey all. Not really a whole lot. Just our president and vice president of school council now have applications out for director of finance, event coordinator, director of marketing, and director of programming. So if any of your friends want to do that, tell them to apply. So we're having some welcome back events once we get back into the swing of things. So yeah, that's that.
Thank you, Adrian. Now we have our report from the College of Engineering.
Upgrade engineering. So the engineering school is hosting many different welcome back events. Most exciting probably are the welcome back out this Friday, and then the new aerospace advisor is introducing herself and hosting air releases tomorrow night right outside Davis. And then we're also actively looking for a new person to replace our old citizen.
Thank you. Now we have our report from the College of Forestry, Wildlife, and Environment.
Hey everybody. So our college underwent another new name change, so we're now the College of Forestry, Wildlife, and Environment. We also had our back to school picnic where our associate dean, after 12 years, announced that he is going to retire, so we're going to have a new associate dean. And we also are teaming up with the nursing college to secure food trucks for food options for our students. So thank you.
Thank you. Now we have our report from our graduate school.
Hello, Olamide Graduate School. I have 5 reports from GSE. The first one is the first meeting with all the department senators held on August 31st. So I want to see the second one is GSE is partnering with some organization on campus to foster a relationship with all the graduate students. And part of the welcome back program is they had a soccer with African Student Association and Asian Student Association yesterday at Sportsplex, and there's also the fall welcome back dinner party at Paul Yambi. That was this week Sunday on the 28th. So they're all invited to come and have a taste of African lunch. Sorry, African dinner for that. The third one is the graduate student and post experience peer mentorship program is out. So, and that's to mentor the incoming graduate students, just to let them know what's going on at the university and to assist them to have a soft landing. And the fourth one is the first series of mental health open session we held, especially for the graduate students, especially for the PhD students. So they need the mental health. So overall, the GSE has amazing program this whole semester. So as it come up, I will update us. So lastly, we lost one of our graduate students in the Department of History last summer. So GSE reorganized a memorial service for him. His name is David, I think from Colombia. So that one was held on the 5th of August at SAC Auditorium. I don't know if you attended the last graduation ceremony. It's meant to be a
just went a little bit under like some redesignation stuff, so we now have a school hospitality management. Because everyone's been talking about the heyday market, but something we haven't been talking about is the new rain center. Like, yes, for the school hospitality. So if you guys hear any feedback about that while you're in the heyday market eating all the great food, please let me know or submit an Auburn Answers, because I am not over there. So I would love if you would help me out with that. But yes, we are now School of Human Sciences, and then Department of Nutrition and Dietetics, Department of Consumer Design Sciences, and then Department of Human Development and Family Science. The other thing I wanted to say was over the summer, being here, Tiger Scheduler went under a new renovation. I don't know if anyone's tried to like add classes or drop classes, but just keep an eye out for that when, if you ever have like constituents or something, because it's changed. And it's a little bit confusing to me. It's not confusing to like the freshmen because this is all they know. But especially when we start registering for next semester classes, just be on the lookout for that. So go in there, try to play around with this, and you know, answer questions.
Thank you, Cindy. Now our report from the College of Liberal Arts.
Liberal Arts. Hey everybody. Just a few quick updates. We're still finalizing our new office hours, so keep you all updated on that. We are having a lot of welcome events and outreach events in College of Liberal Arts. So one of our goals is going to be to work more closely with Schools Council and just be more of a presence at those events. And then Coleman will speak more on this, but Senator Rickles is no longer with us. She has an internship in New York, very excited for her. But if you need anybody in the College of Liberal Arts, reach out to myself, John Venner, Grant, but not Senator Rickles. Thanks.
Thank you. Now our report from the College of Nursing.
Louisville Nursing. So we had a great first week at the nursing building. We had our welcome week with our schools council, where they brought in like just different treats and coffee and stuff, which was really fun. And then we also have been working on ways that we can really hype up the Auburn Answers at the nursing building. Because there's a couple of things with like parking and different stuff that people complain about, but they don't really know where to go to for actual feedback. And so we're trying to hype that up a lot and just figure out ways that we can just raise awareness about that. And then also, I wanted to mention the food trucks that are coming to the nursing building because of all the feedback through Tiger Dining. So that's really exciting. So we're trying to really make sure people utilize those and know about them, because that's definitely from their feedback and the work just across all the schools on that area of campus. So that's all I have. Thank you.
Thank you. And lastly, we have our report from the College of Pharmacy.
Northington Pharmacy. Hey y'all, hope y'all had a great summer. Our students have been back for about a month now, so everyone's really getting settled into the semester. But a few updates from us. I know I announced some leadership changes via my summer report, but other than that, we're doing a little renovation in the first floor of our atrium, where we're going to have a new student recruitment center / lounge area, which is going to be really great for our students, because when we get breaks, they're really short breaks, so we can't really venture out to the student center or anything, so we'll have a place to hang out, which will be really nice. And then school council had our welcome event. It was here in the student center in the ballroom, and all the classes were able to come together with our mentors, play some games, do some team building activities. And it was really great because all of our students now got to come see the student center, which a bunch of people don't really know where that is until now. But yeah, that's all from us. And if you want to see our school, just let me know. I know most people don't even know where it is.
Thank you so much. And that concludes our reports from our colleges. Now moving into our committee reports, beginning with academic affairs.
Seward business. So the BNF process took place over the summer. I want to give a hand or some snaps to the BNF team. They killed it. Got all the budgets right on time. And so now we're starting to go into preliminary hearings. Those will take place this week on Wednesday and Thursday from 4 to 6 p.m. in the Student Center, Student Involvement Suite. And then after that, we'll have final hearings, and then we'll start writing up the legislation for all of that. So that's exciting stuff. And then next week, or this week, we'll have 3 program expansion fund requests coming in, or coming through our committee, 2 from UPC and 1 from SGA. So be on the lookout for that next week, but that's all.
Thank you. Now our Code of Laws Committee.
Erin, Co-Sam. Okay, Ashton, sorry he can't be here tonight, but we have not finalized our committee time yet for this semester, but we will be scheduling a meeting with Pepper to go over all of the code implications for Miss Homecoming elections. So that should be coming up here soon, but we want to make sure that everything's set and ready to go for that because no changes can be made 30 days prior to kickoff. So we'll be working on that and working on committee time, but yeah, happy to be back and happy to see everybody.
Thank you. And at this time, we would usually have Casey come up for DEI, but at this time, John Davis.
Jones at large. Just a couple things from me. Like Gracie said earlier, I'll be taking over for Casey until Julianne's finished the BNF process. So basically, I'll be giving Casey's report. I'll also be added to all DEI's group messages and everything, so that way we can find a committee time that works for everybody. And then I'll kind of phase out of it after the BNF process is over. So I'll be talking with the DEI side and cabinet as well as Casey's submissions that y'all have been working on. So hopefully there's a smooth transition there, but be on the lookout for that this week.
Thank you. And next, our report from the student chairs.
Hey y'all, I hope y'all had a great summer. Glad to be back and I'm excited to see everyone in the room. To start off, as you know, University Dining has pushed out a lot of dining options throughout campus. We've talked about plenty so far in this meeting. We'll be working with University Dining to see what works, what doesn't work. So if you have any feedback when it comes to dining, is the wait time too long, how is pricing, any of those issues with students, please let me know. Second of all, same with Tiger Transit. I've heard plenty of so far that some that include freshmen just learning the system, while others include route changes that weren't clearly communicated. So same as University Dining, if you have any issues from your constituents, please let me know. Finally, our committee meeting time will be at 7 o'clock on Wednesday. I know it's not the most convenient time for us, but if you want to sit down and chat with me one-on-one, more than welcome to just shoot me a text. Thank you.
7 a.m.
7 a.m.
And finally, we have our report from our executive committee.
Jones at large. Only a few things from me. Hey, happy to have y'all back. I hope y'all had a great summer. With office hours, we're going to wait until after the SGA boot camp to actually roll those out, so y'all are off work this week. But we're going to kind of talk about some things for this semester, a little changes that we're going to try to make those as effective as possible for y'all. Another thing is, I was able to work with JD over the summer on an initiative that I was able to start freshman year with study spaces, and Auburn signed a contract that will basically implement that policy. And so we're looking at a meeting sometime soon to kind of make sure that that's actually what's going to happen. But outside of that, that's pretty much all for me. But thank you all.
Thank you, Madam. And that concludes our reports from our committees. And we will now move into our reports from our liaisons, beginning with the Honors Congress. Thank you. We're so excited for you to join us. And next we have our report from the Auburn Student Pirates Association.
For student veterans, hey everyone, good to see y'all again. I have a few things. We have been planning some exciting events this summer, or the fall for now. Firstly, we have our annual gala. We're especially excited for this because we didn't get to do it the past 2 years because of COVID. So a little bit about that event though, it's to raise money for scholarships for veterans. And pre-COVID, we gave out 6 scholarships to veterans, so this year we're hoping to do more than that. If you are interested or know someone that would be interested in sponsoring a seat or a table, just let me know. Secondly, we have our Operation Iron Ruck. For anyone who doesn't know about this event, it's an amazing event that we do. We put it together to raise awareness for veteran suicide. We joined together with University of Alabama, but we get together with our veterans, with the brothers and sisters, and we ruck 151 miles. This year we'll be rucking from Auburn to Tuscaloosa. And this event is really just to allow us to connect with the veterans here on campus, but also off campus. We pair up with a lot of veteran-owned businesses and things like that. So we're very excited for these events. And then lastly, if anybody is interested in collaborating with us or need volunteers for any events, the veterans will gladly help out with anything. And also for Operation Iron Ruck, we have volunteer opportunities for that. And you can volunteer for driving vans around, or we also need help handling medical supplies and things like that. So yeah, if you are interested in any of the things that I talked about, let me know. And that is it. I'm excited for this semester.
Thank you, Mom. And finally, we have our report from our RTC liaison.
What's going on, guys? Long ROTC. Yeah, so I made a summer cruise. I figured y'all want to know what I did this summer, because, like, yeah, why not? So I set a series of selfies and sunsets. So we'll just dive into pretty much what we do for ROTCs. We're sent out on a cruise. I was on a naval destroyer based out of Norfolk, and I went out in the Atlantic Ocean, shot some missiles off, did some cool stuff. You know, feel like a real man. With that being said, Army did some stuff as well as Air Force. We just had a lot of fun. So I just wanted to share with y'all little things that I did. So if you want to go to that first slide. Yeah, so this is me in my naval uniform, looking at the back of the destroyer. The Tomahawk missile platform is in the background right there. I thought that was a pretty cool pic. Ignore my face. The sun was really bright and is in the middle of the ocean. So next picture. This is me with a hard hat. This is a lot of fun. You can see the big gun. That's a big gun. I don't actually know the inch on. I think it's a 12 inch maybe. But yeah, that was a lot of fun. So this is actually where we're coming out of port. I had a hull rope, or hull line is what we call it. That was the heaviest thing I've ever pulled in my entire life. And they like put me to work because they didn't want to work. So that was a lot of fun. Let me go to the next picture. Oh yeah, this is lovely. So if y'all are noticing right here, sorry for my people over here if you can't see, but I have about 1.5 feet on my rack from where my head is to the pillow. So you cannot lay on your side, you gotta lay on your back and sleep the entire time. For y'all who have never done that, it's painful, very painful. But I did learn to sleep anything. Oh yeah, great picture here. This is me and my buddy jumping in the background. He was at the Naval Academy. So another thing is we actually get to collab with other schools. So I had guys from Missouri, Naval Academy, Wisconsin, Purdue, wherever it may be. So we just met a bunch of people. Next picture, just the boys being boys, having a good old time. We go to the next one. Now a series of sunsets, because who doesn't love a good sunset, right? So I had the privilege of just seeing the sunset over the water every single evening. And just like truly just being in God's glory, which is such a big blessing that I really enjoyed. So yeah, you just keep going. Wow, man, beautiful. Yep, next one. Oh my goodness. I mean, that sky, guys, next one. And then last but not least, I thought this picture was really tough. You can go to the next one. I just looked like really cool in that, so I was like, I gotta share this with everybody, you know what I'm saying? So that's just me posted up, looked like an absolute unit. Yeah, I was in the gym a lot, so I felt pretty good about that picture. But yeah, I just want to share like what we did this summer. It was a really cool experience. I actually had to choose what I'm gonna service select, which is I'm gonna go aviation, SWO, sub, SEAL, cyber, whatever it may be in the next few weeks. We're gonna like start prepping that. So our seniors actually are gonna be getting where they're going in a month, and then I'll be prepping for that. So it's kind of a scary process, what I'm gonna be doing for the next 5 years. I'm gonna be serving this country, trying to decide if I want to fly helicopters, drive a destroyer, wherever it may be. So yeah, that's what we're going through right now. Also, update, the Air Force and Army both have a new CO. So I'll be meeting with them and then give you all an update from there. They're trying to figure out their programs and they're going to be with me and I'll give you all an update from there. But yeah, hope you all enjoyed my series of sunsets and selfies. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Alex. Moving forward, we have no future orders of business or current orders of business. So with that being said, I guess I'll move into my announcements. I don't have a time for you all, but Abby touched on it earlier, but Campus Safety has a new feature on their app called Friend Watch, which allows students a sense of security when walking alone. The SGA retreat is August 27th. If you haven't already RSVP'd, I sent a link in the group meet. Make sure you RSVP. We really need that because we have to let the edge know how many people are coming. If you can't come, please provide a valid excuse, and I will make the determination whether or not that is excused or not. If it's not, that is one full absence. John David already touched on the DEI committee, but he will be taking over for Casey until Julianne can take over as co-chair. At the end of the budget and finance process, we're not going to take her away from budget and finance in the middle of their season. But after that process is finished, we will fully work to transition you and allow you to take over the main assignment. Next, office hours will be starting next week after the retreat. Please take this week to plan this out and ensure that you are spreading them out to make sure that you're able to collect as much feedback from the students in your college as possible. We will be fairly strict this semester on excuses and absences. Last semester I was fairly lax with office hours, but this semester a little bit of changes. We're going to require you to submit proof that you are attending your office hours and that you're productive during these hours, whether that's a picture or